Well, Thailand is one of Asia's biggest car manufacturers, but the electrification of mobility still has yet to take hold. The government has set out an ambitious goal for industry to produce electric-only vehicles in 2035. Many players have already joined the race with their solutions, from charging infrastructure to ride-sharing. CNA's Saksi Sasombat reports.
A typical scene in downtown Bangkok, up to 10 million cars crawling on a daily basis on roads that have long outstretched their capacities, causing a daily rush hour gridlock. It contributes to the bad air quality in the capital, which is only made worse during the annual haze every January, when there's hardly any wind to blow it out of the city. Public transportation are trialing cleaner alternative engines like this fully electric ferry. In service on the Chao Phraya River for a year now, it can carry 250 passengers and can travel up to 100 kilometers on a single charge. 27 of them are running in the trial. More of them will come if deemed successful. And on the roads, the first options are rolling out as well. This tuk-tuk runs on an electric battery, belongs to a ride-hailing service looking to modernize the three-wheel classics, touting itself as a missing link for short distances, for example from home or office to subway and trains.
I'm sure many are familiar with the traditional tuk-tuks, and now they get to experience kind of the electric side as well. So in the consumer's mind, there may be opportunity on comparing not just electric versus traditional tuk-tuks. So it also provides kind of an opportunity to serve as a gateway to expose customers to more electric mobility as well.
But still, quiet and emissions-free electric vehicles, or EVs, are still a rarity in Thailand. Electrifying Bangkok's iconic tuk-tuks could be one of many solutions for the country to reduce their emissions. But out of 42 million vehicles on the road here in the country, only 11,000 of them are fully electric, not counting the hybrids. Now that begs the question, why is that? One of the issues is that the current EV market has a high barrier of entry for many potential buyers.
วันนี้เมื่อรถมันก็ available แต่บังเอิญมันเป็นค่ายยุโรปเนาะพอค่ายยุโรปปั๊บเนี่ยมันก็จะเป็น D segment luxury ก็จะกลายเป็นของแพงเพราะฉะนั้นที่เราเห็นว่าโอเคแม้แต่ว่าค่ายยุโรปเป็นไฟฟ้าล้วนๆเนี่ยตอนเนี้ยเรามีแค่ประมาณ10,000 กว่าคันในประเทศไทยเท่านั้นเองแปลว่าแต่10,000 กว่าคันที่ต้องบอกว่าภายในปีเดียวเนี่ยจากปี63จะมาเป็นปี2564เนี่ยจากหลักร้อยมาเป็นหลักหมื่นเลยนะคะเท่ากับว่าจริงๆแล้วเนี่ยเฮ้ยคนมันก็เวลคัม
Currently, a significant part of the prices for EVs are import taxes, which can vary wildly depending where they're from. Chinese brands are tax exempt, but on the opposite end, their European counterparts are being slapped with a whopping 80% tax. However, the government is planning to reduce those levies for next year. Apart from price, in deciding whether to make the switch to EVs, consumers are also considering the question of where to charge them. Currently, there are 2,000 charging stations nationwide, some by state agencies, some others by private companies. One of them is eVolt, which maintains 300 charging stations, many of them inside malls and office buildings. They may not be accessible for all, but according to their CEO, the future of EV charging is at home.
จริงๆชาร์จที่บ้านเนี่ยจะเป็นส่วนสำคัญหลักที่สุดเลยในการทำให้อุตสาหกรรมมันเกิดขึ้นได้คนที่มีรถไฟฟ้าเนี่ยผมเชื่อว่าแทบจะทุกคนเลยนะฮะมีที่ชาร์จตามบ้านยกเว้นบางคนโอเคมีข้อจำกัดอยู่คอนโดอาจจะต้องไปแชร์ที่ชาร์จกับส่วนกลางของคอนโดนะแต่อีก 8-90% ที่เหลือเนี่ยก็ผมเชื่อว่าทุกคนมีที่ชาร์จตามบ้าน
In fact, some car dealers are throwing in a home charger as a freebie to make the switch even easier. The eventual goal of the Thai government is to reach net zero emissions by 2065. If this ambitious objective is reached, it could take electric mobility in Thailand mainstream. And not only will Thailand be working to reduce emissions within the country, it will also be an important player in helping others on that greener path as well. Thailand is Asia's fourth biggest car manufacturer and is also home to a large supply chain of car parts manufacturers. The government has set out a goal for the industry to 50% of vehicles produced to be electric by 2030, in 8 years' time. And 5 years after that, every new vehicle coming out of the factory will no longer have an internal combustion engine. In the future, roads might be still jammed, but at least they will be quiet and emissions-free. Saksi Sasombat, CNA, Bangkok.